There are, oh god, there are 3 things I need to talk about in this video, okay. Okay. So the first one is that, is being the rightful person. Now, I know I had this conversation with my mum, and, you know, when you do something, I guess, I mean, you know, it depends on what it is, and you have a negative side and a positive side, and you always go for the positive side, but, you know, sometimes it tells you the same thing, and you just have to ignore them because, you know, things happen. But what I'm trying to say is that sometimes it kills me to be nice to people. I don't know why, but it just, I mean, it does, because, well, I mean, it probably kills a lot of people out there because, you know, even though they've been nice to you, even though they have been nasty to you, that you still have to be nice, and it kills me sometimes to be nice to them because I just want to, you know, not tackle them or get aggressive, you guys, but you just want revenge, you know, for what they did, I guess. But you can't think like that because it never works. You just have to be so nice to them. It kills me sometimes, even though they, let me think, annoy you or be nasty or talk behind your back, that kind of thing, you know. So you still have to be nice to them, even though they've been nasty to you, okay? So, yeah, I've been there with that. Also, people can also show their true colours. Now, what I mean, not the sun, about true colours shining through. Not that kind of true colours song from the Trolls, but some people can, you know, people at school, you don't even know them, but they're nice, but inside they can show their true colours. Now, I've seen this for myself. Well, I had a falling out with a friend of mine once, and she turned, let's just say, nasty to me. I'm not gonna give any names, okay? But it's all sorted now, I guess, what I'm trying to say. But she was talking behind my back, and you know, they were trying to take a friend from me. And you know, I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I seriously didn't. You know, I thought for myself, I think, what did I ever do wrong to that person, you know? It's not your fault. They just show out their true colours because that's who they actually are, you know? And even though you have to be nice to them and be kind and sweet, you just inside yourself, you just want to get revenge just because that person have done something wrong. Don't do that, okay? That's just an example, you know? But saying that, you do have to be the bigger person in situations, okay? So for me, I have to be the responsible one, or like the big person, or the rightful person to do something, because sometimes when someone tells you something, you did something wrong, well, not wrong, but when someone tells you something, you do something, or like, you know, your brain goes to the positive side, like, oh, I can't believe I'm going to do this, or what am I thinking, or what am I doing, like, you know, it's just your positive side telling you, you know, be the bigger person, be the responsible one, be the rightful one, be the rightful person, you know. Sometimes it just kills me. Sometimes it just kills me to do that, okay? So it makes me kind of angry, I guess, what I'm trying to say is, you know, it gets, you know. Oh, and also, when you make a long message, okay, they just say, okay, and that kind of kills me too, because sometimes they put a lot of effort in that message, and they say, okay, sure, whatever, you know, it's just, it kills me inside sometimes, people, it just kills me sometimes, okay, so, you know, that's kind of that. Number 3 is that, what's number 3? Alright, you know, okay, so, what else? Oh, I was going to talk about this in another video, but I'll suggest it right now. Okay, so, you know how I was talking about high school, right? You know, the first time I I ever started high school was really tough for me because I was, I won't give you the whole story, but let's just say I liked it in the end, and I was very nervous when I went to high school, and now I'm enjoying it. It's a new fresh start when you go to high school, I've got to say, but there are some pointers you have to look out for. Okay, so at my school, currently, at the moment, okay, there are people doing stuff. Now, not sexual stuff, but people from young ages to year 8 to year 7, I think. We're not talking about all the students, we're talking about year 7 and year 8. I finished high school, right? I was in year 8. So people, right, okay, this is what gets me, okay? Now, this also refers back to Mean Girls, okay? So, some people at my school are actually dating, okay? It's gross. I know it's gross, you guys. I know it's gross, but it's true, but I don't know why they're dating. I mean, I think the school's all aware of it. But I've seen people have affectionate moments outside of school when the bell rings, like when people are kissing. And like, ew, gross. That's just like gross, It's, I guess what I'm trying to say is young people shouldn't do that. They should wait until they're older. So what I'm trying to say is, So what I'm trying to say is that if you think dating's fun at a young age, it's really nice. Just gross. It's just, you cannot believe it, Actually, someone asked me on a date one time. I think it was back in year 7, and I said no, because, first of all, I was too young. Second of all, my parents wouldn't allow it, at all, because I'm such a goody-goody.
That's right.
Mom!
16.
Okay. That's my mum in the background. Okay. Mom, you interrupted me. Okay. So yeah, sorry, my mum's... Okay. Okay, so you've met my mum's voice now, okay? So, she was just in my room, so... Anyway, what was I going to say? Alright, so if you think dating's fun at a young age, it's not. It's really bad, It's really gross and really, I don't know why people do it. It's just not healthy, I guess, what I'm trying to say. So, if someone asks you on a date early, say no. There's, one of my teachers told me it was in high school, actually. And he said that, he said that, I can't remember now. It was like, oh my god. Let me think. I think it said something like, it's okay to say no. Like, at some point you have to say no to people. Like, I'm not a no person, but when I was in year 7, I had to say no to that boy because he asked me on the date, and I was like in year 7, and I was like, what? Let me think. I'm 15 now. Oh, and I just turned 15, so congratulations to me. When I was in high school, I was in year 7, I was probably about 13, I guess, because in year 8 I was 14, so I was probably back 13 and I was a teenager. I'm already am a teenager, but I had to say no. It's always good to say no to someone. Like if a boy asks you to do something with them, just say no. Just say no to them. I know. Get it? I know. Okay, so if a boy asks you something, just say no. It's always a good thing to say no. I mean, not no all the time, but if it's a boy, you have to be very cautious for a boy. And you have to protect yourself and be cautious of it, because I am very cautious and kind of protective of myself. And also, this comes back to Mean Girls. Mean Girls at my school try to, flirt with boys and get their attention. And I'm like, oh god. There was actually this one girl in my maths class, she was talking about this boy, right? And they were dating and stuff, and everybody was listening, and it was during math class, and I'm like, oh my god, would you stop doing that? I didn't bump my head on the table, but she was talking about this boy, and all the girls were tuning in, and I'm like, oh, make it stop, it's so crazy, But yeah, you know, mean girls get attention from boys because, you know, here's the funny thing about boys, okay? I know boys are immature, okay? So they kind of fall for the attention of the mean girls. Now, they're going to find out someday that that's not right. Because mean girls are actually really bad girls, you know, they do bad things, you know. There are a lot of bad girls at my school. Not bad girls, I mean, you know. Currently my year 8 group is the worst in high school. So, saying that, you've got to be very cautious of a boy. And you're allowed to say no at any cost, you know. Don't fall for it. It's a trick, you know. Boys are very, let's just say, mischievous and plotless and stirring up trouble for you. So just be cautious of that, you know, because you have to protect yourself, you know. Like, you know. Okay. I'll just end this video soon. Okay, so, what was I going to say? Alright, so, boys, you have to be very cautious of boys, and also, you have to say no to them. It's okay to say no, don't fall for their tricks, don't be like the mean girls, okay? Being the mean girls is wrong, being nasty is wrong, you know, because mean girls and nasty girls don't have the advantage to do that. Well, I mean, they have the advantage to do that, but mean girls and nasty and trolls, they're wrong, okay? They're just wrong people. Don't be like them, because you're going to find yourself regretting that. And I know someone of mine turned nasty who was my friend, and we've kind of made up now. But she was nasty to me, and she wouldn't even look at me. You know, I would always say hi to her and stuff, and she would just ignore me. Like, I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong. You know, she's the one who turned nasty on me. And I'm like, you know, but you have to be nice to them even though they ignore you. So it kind of kills me inside to do that. So saying that, you know, and she wouldn't even look at my mom or, you know, at me, or, you know, she'll just hide because she feels so regretting inside, okay? So remember, people can show their true colours. Even though they're nice, they can still be nasty. You can say no to a boy if they ask you on a date, and don't think about going on a date with younger students. I know some people actually do that. Some people go with older students and younger students. Don't ever do that, people. It's wrong, okay? And finally, revenge is not the best way. I know it kills it sometimes to be nice, but you know, it's life. Okay, so that's all we've got time for. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.